Good day to all of you. I am from an NGO called Computer Shiksha. This NGO, Computer Shiksha, provides you free computer education. Before beginning the class, I would once again like to tell you that you will not be charged any fees for these classes. So these classes are absolutely free for you. When you come to attend these classes, you should take care of the following. Do not talk to each other while the classes are going on. If you need any help, ask your teacher. Whenever the whole class is told to look in the front, you all must look in the front. After every module, you will all appear for a test. Come, let us learn about computers now. In today's class, you will learn what is a computer, what are computers used for, what types of work can we do with a computer, how many types of computers are there, how to turn on the computer, and how to shut down the computer. So let's move on and learn more about computers. Can you tell what is a computer? Computer is a machine which helps us in making many of our tasks easier. With the help of computers, many of our tasks get done quicker. Now, the pictures that you will see make you understand what kinds of tasks are computers used for. Look at this first picture and say what all work is being done here. If all of you observe these pictures carefully, you will see that a boy is sitting in an office and doing work. Two girls are searching something. One boy is making a project. One girl is making a drawing. A teacher is teaching in the class. One girl is stuck in a difficult work and she is not being able to do it. She is thinking about how she can get this work done. After looking at all these pictures, can you say whether these tasks can be done by a computer or not? After looking at all these pictures, you would have been able to understand where computers can be used and to do what types of jobs or tasks. If any of you have not understood till here, you can ask now. Come, let us now look at some more pictures. So what all can you do with a computer? With a computer, you can actually do many different kinds of work like painting, listening to songs, making different kinds of documents, or doing many other kinds of work that we do in our offices. Look at some more pictures and try to understand for what types of work and where all computers can be used. Look at the pictures below and say if you can use the computer for working in the library or not. In the library, computers can help us in keeping information about the available books in the library. With the computers, you can also get to know that which student has borrowed how many books from the library and how many of these have come back. Look at the picture and tell if you can use the computer in a bank or not. In a bank, we could use the computer to keep a record of the money deposited or lent to someone. With the help of computers, you can also send money from one place to another. Can you say if you can use computers at a railway station or not. At the railway station, we can use computers to reserve our tickets. With the help of computers, we can easily get the information about the trains. Let us now look at some more pictures showing where computers can be easily used. For example, in offices, in hospitals, at the metro station, in schools, etc. Computers are being used in all these places. Look at the picture in front of you and answer. Why do we use a radio? First, we use the radio to listen to songs and news. But nowadays, we can listen to songs from a computer and we can even read the news from computers. Why do we use a TV? Earlier, we used the TV to watch a film or cartoon, but these days we can use computers to watch films or cartoons also. What do all of you use to make drawings? Earlier, we all used to use drawing sheets for drawing, but now we can even use computers for drawing. Earlier, if you wanted to do different things like watching a film, listening to songs, or doing your studies, for each of these different things, you had to use a variety of material. But now, with the computer becoming available, all these tasks can be done on the same single computer itself. So, if you want to listen to a song, use a computer. If you want to watch a movie, use a computer. Want to make a drawing? Use a computer. Want to play some games? Again, use a computer. So in this way, we can use the computer for doing different activities. So now, all of you look at the pictures in front of you and say whether you can use the computer to do all these activities or not. Can you blow up a balloon with a computer or not? So the answer is no, because by using the computer, you cannot blow up a balloon. Can you do simple maths like addition or subtraction by using a computer? Well, if you're saying no, the answer is yes. It is possible to do simple arithmetic operations like addition or subtraction since the computer has an inbuilt calculator in it. Now, do you think we can draw on a computer or no? Again, in case you are saying no, you can actually use a computer for drawing because it has something like a drawing sheet called Paint about which you will be learning further. Do you think you can bake bread using a computer? If you are saying yes, well, in reality, you cannot bake bread using a computer. So now this shows us that by using a computer, we can of course make drawings and do mathematical calculations, but we can't blow up balloons or bake bread using computers. Do you know how many types of computers are there? Computers can be of 4 types. Desktop computers. Desktop computers are generally kept and used on a table or a desk, and that is why they are called desktop computers. A desktop computer has 4 parts: keyboard, mouse, CPU, and monitor. The CPU of the computer works like the brain of the computer. The monitor looks like a TV and all the work that we do on the computer is visible to us on this monitor. The keyboard is used for typing purposes so that we can tell the computer what it has to do. On the computer, if we need to select a file or open it, then we use the mouse. To keep a desktop computer, we need more space. Also, since the desktop type of computer has 4 parts, it becomes difficult to take it from one place to another. The second type is the laptop computer. In the word laptop refers to the type of computer which you can keep on your lap and work on. In such a laptop computer, all of its components, keyboard, mouse, CPU, and monitor form one single unit. Laptops also have an inbuilt battery which you can charge, and then even without electricity, you can use the laptop computer for many hours. Since the laptop computer is smaller than the desktop one, we can carry it from one place to another easily. We can easily place it in a shoulder bag and carry it with us wherever we like. The next type is the notebook computer. A notebook computer is very similar to a laptop, but is even smaller in size compared to a laptop. A notebook computer is very similar to the size of our school notebook. This computer is also used like the laptop computer. The fourth type of computer are smartphones or palm-top computers. A smartphone or palm-top is very similar in size to a mobile phone. The word palm refers to the palm of your hand. These are easily usable while being held in our hand and are therefore called palm-top computers. Now, we will learn how to switch on a computer. After looking at the given picture, can you tell which type of computer you have and what is it called? You would either have a laptop, a desktop, or a notebook computer. Let us now learn what is the correct method to open a laptop or a notebook computer. A laptop or notebook computer has 2 parts. Firstly, all of you should press down on the lower part of the computer using your left hand. Next, using your right hand, you can slowly lift the upper portion of the computer and keep it as is shown in the picture. If all of you are using a desktop computer, then to power it on, just once press the power button with your finger. Your computer will then get powered on. In case you are using a laptop or a notebook computer, take a look at the picture and locate a similar silver colored button on your laptop or notebook. Note, just press once only on such a silver colored button on your computer and your laptop or notebook will get powered on. So by now, all of your computers would have been powered on, whether it's a desktop, a laptop, or a notebook. Look at the next picture and tell what is this screen called. This screen is called a desktop. Now, all of you may be wondering about what is this desktop. The desktop is the window on the computer which lets us look at the applications or the files and folders that we are working upon or have knowingly been saved on the computer window. From this window, we can directly open the applications or the files or folders that we want to work upon. We will later learn more about what these files and folders are in the next classes. Let us now start operating the computer. All of you must be aware of the type of computer that you are using. Is it a desktop or a laptop or notebook? If you are using a desktop, then you will be using a mouse. A mouse has 3 buttons, left, right, and a scroll button. As you can also see in the picture in front of you. The left button is the most used button, and you use this to select a file or a folder. The right button is used to refresh the computer, to create new folders, or to rename files and to delete files, etc. The scroll button is used to do page up or page down. In case you are using a laptop or a notebook, you will all be using a touchpad. Look at the picture in front of you and locate a similar looking touchpad on your notebook computer. This touchpad on a laptop or a notebook works exactly like both our hands. Just as we have a left and a right hand, the touchpad also has a left and a right button. Most of the times, you will be using the left button of the touchpad, whether it is for opening a file or to select a file or a folder. The right button will be used to refresh the computer or to make folders. The picture in front of you is of a touchpad of a computer. Look at it carefully and then locate it on your laptop or notebook. Now, if you look at the desktop screen, you will see a small arrow. This is called a pointer. All of you will be using this cursor or pointer to select items on the screen or desktop. We use this cursor or pointer by operating our mouse or touchpad. If you are using a mouse, then all of you should hold the mouse with your right hand and move it in circles. You will notice that your cursor or the pointer moves in the same way as your mouse moves. If you are using a laptop or a notebook, then just place one finger of your right hand on the touchpad as is shown in the picture. Move your finger in a circular manner on the touchpad and notice that the cursor or the pointer is moving in a similar manner on the screen. Since we all now will be ending today's class here, you should all learn how to shut down the computer by watching the video being shown to you. Let us now learn how to shut down your computer. Bring your pointer to the start button as is being shown in the video. Next, use your mouse or touchpad to click on the left button. A box appears and you have to look for the shutdown option and take your pointer there. Then, using your mouse or touchpad, click with the left button and this will make your computer shut down. So, in today's class, you have learned what is a computer, how many types of computers are there, what all you can do with a computer, how do we turn on a computer, why do we use a mouse, why do we use a touchpad, And finally, you also learned as to how we shut down our computer.